In our last update, we gave you one support level and one scenario on Bitcoin, and that was that we wanted to see a drop towards our support level at $94,700 to see a bounce much higher in the charts. And if I go back to the charts, as you can see, our support level has offered the low of the week. So as usual, if you go to the Discord, what did we do? Well, it's pretty straightforward. When we got the drop to our support level on Sunday night, so right there, we had the 1 hour imbalance and we had a 4 hour imbalance. What I said was that we had a good reaction and this was an acceptable long position because we had tapped our level, as you can see right there again, $94,700. And what happened 1 hour later? Well, we got a very nice bounce, an engulfing pattern on the 1 hour, and then when I saw an imbalance at the highs, I decided to implement a take profit one on my long position just below $97,000. So then I went to sleep. The next day I wake up, price moved much higher, and personally I did want to remain long and chill because, as mentioned in my last update, I wanted to see much higher prices and a move towards $103,000. But unfortunately, even though I didn't have any major levels on the charts, price decided to reverse lower. I was first waiting for this value area high around $99,100, but again, price decided to reverse before reaching that level, so I was not even in a short position. We dropped back down, we had a triangle at the lows. At this point, I had moved my stop loss below this low, and then the CPI news came out, dumped the market, and that's when I was stopped out of my long position. So after all of this, honestly, I just was not interested in trading anymore, simply because if you look at Bitcoin, it really has not done much for the past 11 or 12 days pretty much. It's just been going sideways, it's very slow, choppy price action, and even when we finally got the bounce on our support level, we had the very nice reaction at the lows, we got a break of market structure, price just decided to come back down one more time, bounce higher, and even from there, it's actually just continued on being very choppy. So personally at this point, I got a nice long position from this low, we got the bounce, I got my take profit, which was above this high actually, but right now I'm not sitting in any trades. So with all of this out of the way, this update will be a pretty quick one, because as you might have guessed, not much has changed since my last update. We hit our support level and we got the bounce higher. Even though Bitcoin is moving very slowly, the levels are still being respected pretty nicely. So what do I expect next? Well, overall, I would still like to see a move towards $103,000 to take out this high, and then this could offer a very nice position for a drop much lower and a breakdown below $89,000, because on the higher time frames, I do still remain bearish. However, for this scenario to happen, Bitcoin has to come back up and break the high that was put in on Friday night on the value area high of this entire range. So personally, next week, very probably, I'll only be focused on short positions simply because I don't see any very strong support levels. We had this one, 94.7, which was tapped twice. I got the first long, got stopped out on this drop, but then right there, apart from this level, I don't see any very strong support levels. So with that said, in my opinion, we have two scenarios. The first one would be for price to come up, break this high, but get a failed auction above it, in which case, if we drop back into this range, so below the value area high, then this could offer a nice short position for a drop much lower on the charts, and as I said, a break back below $90,000. However, if Bitcoin is able to come up and break above this high and hold above the value area high of the range, then in my view, we will get a very easy move towards $103,000, and from there again, we can look for another short position if we see a nice reaction at the highs. So that's mainly what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. Overall, I would like to see a certain bounce, maybe break this high, get a failed auction, or move higher and then get a rejection. But here I'm not interested in any long position simply because we don't have any very strong support levels below us. So as that was mainly it for Bitcoin, I do want to see if we have any confluence on Ethereum to see if we can expect higher or lower prices. Because as some of you know, when Bitcoin is acting a bit slow, I do like to look at Ethereum to see if we have any confluence to expect higher or lower prices. So what do we have on Ethereum? it's very simple in my view. We have, again, same thing. We have this imbalance which offered support. We had the first low, price came up, came back down, failed auction below this low. We got a bounce, came back down to this level one more time, and then bounced higher. But then, if you look at this bounce, what do we have? Well, we have a triple top around this high, so around $2,800. So on Ethereum, I would like to see a bounce next week to take out this triple top, and from there we can see what happens. If it does move higher, then it would be a nice confluence to expect $103,000 on Bitcoin. However, if we do get a swing failure pattern or failed auction above this high, then this could offer a nice short position on Ethereum if you're interested in trading it. So what do we have above this level? Well, let's go on the 4-hour chart, and as you can see, we have this 4-hour imbalance which wasn't completely filled. It comes right above this triple top at $2,800. So we could get on Ethereum the bounce, take out this high, and then we see a nice drop to the downside, because honestly these lows do look very ugly, and I do expect at some point, as mentioned before, for Ethereum to come back down, take out these lows, and also take out this low to take out all of the liquidity at $2,100. However, if Ethereum does break this level and moves higher, then we have this very nice imbalance which I would like to see recovered. Where does it come in? $3,100 pretty much. On top of that, if I go on the daily chart, we also have a daily imbalance at $3,100 as well. So I would mark this as a small area. It's pretty much a $30 area between $3,100 and $3,080. And this would be my resistance area on Ethereum. On top of that, if you take the volume profile of this entire range, what you will see is that we do have the value area low around this level. If I go on the 4-hour chart, as you can see, it comes in around this area. And also on top of that, we have another confluence. If you take the anchored VWAP from this high, as you can see, it does come in as a confluence around our area just above $3,000. So with that said, this scenario does line up pretty well with Bitcoin. The first one would be that, as we said on Bitcoin, we take out these highs and then reverse lower. However, the second scenario would be that we move up, take out these highs, hold above them, and then we could see a move much higher on Ethereum, $3,000. If we see a rejection, then this could offer a very nice short position for a drop much lower on Ethereum and a break of $2,000, so a break back below this low. So with that said, I do believe that Ethereum does offer a pretty nice confluence for Bitcoin. We can expect some sort of a bounce next week to at least take out this triple top. If we see a big reaction at our level, then this could offer a nice short position. Same thing on Bitcoin. Let's go back to the chart. If we see a certain reaction around the value area high, then this could offer a nice short position. However, if it does move higher and holds above this high, then I would expect higher prices, $103,000, and that's probably where I will look for my next short position for a drop much lower in the charts. So with all of that said, as usual, I hope that you guys enjoyed this update. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.